Why feminism? Why exactly? Feminism, according to Merriam-Webster, can be defined as a theory of the political, economical, social equality of the sexes. Oxford Dictionary describes feminism as the advocacy of women's rights on the ground of the equality of the sexes. Both definitions are quite simple and they explain the literal meaning in context of current society. However, it is often difficult to be simple. Exemplifying with a hypothetical instance, if an individual demands an action against the much prevalent tradition of child marriage, often against a big orthodox community, then that person becomes a feminist. This person is acting to prevent irreparable physical, developmental, social, and emotional catastrophe to both the male and the female children involved, thus emphasizing equality and justice to be meted out to all the genders. In cases of domestic violence, rapes, molestations, assaults, and kidnappings, the people who struggle and demand for justice, who lead the socio-legal conflicts, are generally stereotyped as feminists, the prime reason of it being that the majority of victims at the receiving end are females. Even in cases of dowry deaths, child trafficking and prostitution, the victims are generally women. Child abuse cases have quite intriguing statistics that, if properly analyzed, may at least begin to arrive at the why aspect of feminism. Various government and non-government studies and research data point out the following patterns. 1 in every 2 children in India is sexually assaulted. Out of the total reported cases, 52% victims are boys. 95% of the assaulters are from immediate or extended families of victims. The conviction rate was only 2.5%, which means out of 100 accused, only 2.5 were convicted and rest were proved innocent. Another case in study is female feticide, which can be defined as abortion of female fetus outside of legal methods. Consider the fact that statistics depict 10 million girls missing or killed in the last 2 decades in India. The most recent data collected by the 2011 census indicates that selective sex abortions are happening widely, in spite of stringent legislations and social reforms undertaken. For example, Beti Bachao, Beti Padhao. The child-sex ratio had further tumbled down to a devastating average of 914 females born per 1,000 males, making it the lowest since independence. India is an amalgamation of various cultures, communities, and religious beliefs. One religion places many goddesses on pedestals to be worshipped by the society. Another emphasizes on the protection of the females to the extent of covering up the women in public view. All these practices appear to be namesake for female gender consideration. What should one expect from a country which has to pass laws so that the citizens do not kill their own unborn daughters in a womb? In a family with unlimited income, often the girl child is asked to discontinue studies. In a large family, the elder girl child has to drop out of the school to help the parents with household chores. In very poor families, girls as young as 8 years old are sold as brides to brothels for as skimpy a sum of 2,000 rupees. The general notion is that whereas a boy is an asset, a girl is a liability. Nobody understands the crux of the words. Educate a man to educate an individual. Educate a girl to educate a family. Nevertheless, the large picture does not trivialize the trauma of your younger male population. Yes, they do suffer. There are legal loopholes in the system, and there are certain antisocial elements that exploit the same and ruin the lives of many innocent male citizens. Who fights for them? Feminists, of course. Unfortunately, masses confuse feminism with pseudo-feminism. Pseudo-feminism is as dangerous and hazardous as sexism, if not less. Feminism, in essence, are working towards the betterment of the whole of the lot mentioned above. Be a feminist if you care for the betterment of your loved ones, you care for the betterment of your future generation. If you want to be a responsible and productive citizen, you believe in morals and values and ethics that are the core foundation of your religion. If you believe in humanity, believe in the notion of feminism.